Okay, moving on. Thurston County Superior Court this week entered a final order. In fact, it was just yesterday on Thursday, a final order in a long-running class action lawsuit against the Washington State Department of Retirement Systems, DRS. This order requires DRS to return $120 million of skimmed interest money and investment returns into the retirement accounts of 26,000 public school teachers in the state of Washington through the TERS Plan 3, the TRS Plan 3. This case goes back, I kid you not, to 2003. So I spoke this morning with attorney Steve Strong. He has been on this case since day one. Yes, 23 years ago. It's hard to believe that a case could take 23 years to play out. And the state has been fighting this and delaying all along the way. At one point, he explained to me spending 5 years rewriting some rules. So finally, again, this week, this Thurston County Superior Court judge agreed with the plaintiffs that the state had no right to skim the interest of that fund for teacher pensions.
Well, the Department of Retirement Systems was promised the people in Plan 2 5.5% interest calculated annually and compounded quarterly, and did not provide that amount of interest. It withheld part of that interest by calculating it incorrectly. So then when the people transferred to Plan 3, most teachers did actually, they did not receive all the interest they were promised. And we brought this case in order to recover that interest. And the money has been held by the state all that time since then. So it's been invested by the state and earned a lot of money. So the amount of money that was originally withheld was $12 or $13 million. But the interest on that, compound interest for many years, has built up the amount to be a large amount. It was always done secretly until our first client discovered it. And then once it was discovered, the state just maintained that they had discretion to do it any way they wanted. And the promise didn't mean anything.
Now, the original ruling from the Federal Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals in favor of the plaintiffs was made back in 2018, saying again that the Department of Retirement Systems had in fact skimmed earned interest off of the teachers' retirement accounts going back to 1996 and kept all those earnings and withheld the interest, and the state then made profit off of the interest that they had skimmed off of the pension fund. It kind of seems like it should be illegal. And a Thurston County judge again this week agreed with the plaintiffs. It's to the tune again of about $120 million. But again, this is important. This case has been churning for 23 years, originally filed in 2003. So I asked the attorney, Steve Strong, in our conversation just this morning, who again, I thought this was interesting. His son was in middle school when he filed this. His son has now been with the law firm for 10 years, if that gives you any concept of how long this thing has dragged on. What is the status of all these teachers? Many of them since retired, some having passed on, since again their pensions were pilfered by the state.
Received information from the department a few days ago saying that 61% of the people in this class have already retired. So they need that money, have needed that money. 7% are actually dead. They've already died since the case took so long. And another 20% or so like that have been lost and need to be found. So there's because of the delay, there's been a lot of problems for our clients. And the state is going to have to do a lot of work to find those people and give them the money they deserve.
I did reach out to the Department of Retirement Systems this morning, as the attorney again told me they've already said they're going to appeal. So will that in fact hold this up even longer? DRS did not respond to my emailed request sent twice today. So that is it for today's episode of Washington in Focus Daily. for this Friday, the 26th of June. I hope you get out to enjoy a lovely weekend. The weather's turned a bit, but it's not all bad. And I know my plants need it outside. I'm sure yours too as well. So again, enjoy the weekend. We hope to see you again on Monday.